kids. How are you, everyone? Great to have you here. Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Live. Today, it's Monday, the 13th of October. We're live. It's 10 p.m. French time and live on YouTube, in theory, Instagram, and Facebook as well. I can see you lot on YouTube right now. Gio Trevor's in the house. Hello. Charlie Brecker's in the house. Hello. How are you? Claire Angelina. We got some Instagrammers in. Hello, Estororor. Scream if you love Algeria. 1, 2, 3, viva l'Algérie. Is that good enough for you, my friend? Hello, hi. I don't see anyone on Facebook yet, but how are you, everyone? So I was here last week talking to you about the fact that the French government, the news in France, right, is that there was no prime minister. He gave up. And he's back. As Carlos says, the past week in France, Le Cornu, I resign. Macron, nique ta mère. Le Cornu stays on. Correct. That is the French summary of the week. Nique ta mère in English means go fuck yourself. So I hope you're doing very well. Oh, look at this legend, Lolo Sven 8 from Parley 2. That is a blast from the past, as we would say. Parley 2 is a shopping centre in which I opened an Apple store many years ago. I don't even know where it is. It's in the west of Paris. So yeah, hello, hi from Parley 2. Speaking of French stuff, so I was having lunch today with my wife in the house. My wife. And I noticed that there was a paper napkin that she had. And on the paper napkin, it said, Paris baguette. And I said, hold on a minute. I recognize that. That is a place, it's like a bakery that is not in France, weirdly enough. Well, not weirdly enough. It's a Korean brand. I found this out because when I was in Singapore earlier on this year, I took a photo in front of a Paris baguette in Singapore. And I posted this as a story saying, hey, French people, I finally found some good bread in Singapore. And they all lost it. All the French people in the comments were like, no, it is shit. It is not real bread. No. It is a Korean company called Paris Baguette. No, c'est dégueulasse. Oh la la, c'est pas... And my comments were wild on that story. I don't think I created as much controversy in my life. And so they're Korean and they are available in the US because I've seen them in the US. Carlos, yeah, they've expanded to the US. And it's a popular place in China, apparently. So we've got them in France. So I was like, it can't be the same brand. It has to be a different brand. And the Koreans have just named their place the same as the one in... So I looked it up online. The logo is the same. They exist in France. However, apparently, because on their website, the stuff looks good. The stuff in Singapore was not good. The croissants were horrible looking. The bread was horrible looking. I was like, surely they're not selling that shit in France because they wouldn't get away with it. And they don't. Apparently, they've changed the team. It's the same brand technically, but they operate in a more French way. Because it looks good on the website. And my wife was like, yeah, it was actually pretty good. What are your opinions on just French patisseries in general? Are French people too, what's the word? Are they too proud about their viennoiserie, their Viennese, or have they got, have they got a leg to stand on? Because I'll be honest, my opinion is the stuff over here, I can't find a good croissant anywhere else I go in the world. I can't find a decent baguette anywhere else I go in the world. Tim, it's kind of like Le Pain Quotidien in London, which is a Belgian company, which does pretty good brunches and stuff. What's going on? Linda Wonderman, touche pas ma baguette. Yeah, don't touch my baguette. It's that in France there is a big debate about whether you call it a pain au chocolat. I'm saying it in the most English way possible. Un pain au chocolat or a chocolatine. And I heard that the reason it's called chocolatine in the South is because of us English bastards, because we can't speak French, right? And French people can't speak English, right? And some English guy showed up to Bordeaux or wherever and was like, can I get the pastry, the one with the chocolate in it? And the French guy was like, the one with the chocolatine. The chocolate, yeah, the chocolate in. It's like it's a pastry with the chocolate in it. You mean the one with the chocolate in? Okay, I put the chocolate in and it became chocolatine. I don't know if that's bullshit or not, or if it's just an urban myth. But the south of France in general calls it a chocolatine, as do the Québécois, I believe. And the rest of the normal world calls it a pain au chocolat. Okay, so apparently there's just better butter in France. That is the secret, mate. The Bretons, les Bretons, a bit of butter with the salted butter on it. You know, I take a lot of flights this year because I'm traveling, and every time the little tiny bit of butter on the aeroplane food, it's unsalted. I'm like, come on, who eats unsalted butter? Unsalted butter is for making cakes. You don't put unsalted butter on anything else just to taste the butter. Can I say butter in the most English way possible? Yeah, sorry, mate, butter. You got to have salted butter. So I take the little sachet of salt that comes on the plate and I spread it on the butter. That's another debate. Is salted butter and unsalted butter? Do you know what I mean? See you next Friday. I'll see you this Friday. I know in French you say prochain, vendredi prochain, next Friday. But next Friday for an English person is not this Friday, it's next Friday. This is time scales in England. This Wednesday is in 2 days. Next Wednesday is in 9 days, right? Last Wednesday was Wednesday last week. Or could you say this Wednesday, if it was still Sunday, if we were still last week, so yesterday, you could say, I went to the shops this Wednesday, and this Wednesday means the Wednesday of this week. Could you say this summer? Where did you go this summer? You don't say, where did you go last summer? In France, you say, l'été dernier, meaning the summer that's just happened, which actually makes sense. So I don't know. I presume you're coming to the show in Monaco. It's my final European show, ladies and gentlemen, this Friday in Monaco. Is it Friday or is it Saturday? I should know this, shouldn't I? Because it's this fucking week. The show is on Friday. The show's on Friday. I come back home on Saturday. And so, it's the last European show before I do the French tour next year. And by French tour, I mean the English tour, but in France. Am I confusing you yet? Oh, God. What else? Well, all right, let's keep going. Pain au chocolat. People are crying about the fact that it's called pain au chocolat somewhere. Sophie did say Monaco. Yes, hello. What else? Caroline was in Vienna. You guys, Vienna, still, I think, my favorite show of the year. Well, of the European tour, for sure. And I don't remember any of the others. But Vienna's top 3, top 4, top 5 of this year. You wouldn't think, right? Claire Angelina, unsalted butter is shit. You're having a laugh, Claire Angelina. Oh, God. Okay, apparently it's not quite true. If it's Monday, there can be a lot of confusion if you say next Friday. Next Friday, this Friday, or as the French would say, vendredi en 8, Friday in 8 days. Which is only technically true if it's Thursday. I meant the Friday after the one that's coming, I would say Friday after next. Yeah, I'd say this Friday. This Friday, I'm going to Monaco. Next Friday, I'm going to Monaco. Sounds weird to me. What are you doing next weekend? What are you doing this weekend? The one that's coming up. That's what I would say. What did you do last weekend? Or what did you do on the... Yeah, it's complicated. I think it probably depends on where you are in the English-speaking world. Do you know what I mean? Bonsoir from Edinburgh. Edinburgh. I saw you during the Fringe. To Mag. Thanks for coming to the Fringe. That was what? Like it was a year ago. Il reste des places pour Monaco. There are a couple of tickets left for the Monaco show, I believe. It might have been sold out. But if you're ever looking for tickets to my show, you just go to paultaylorcomedy.com, paultaylorcomedy.com, and then you go to the tickets button. And then you check the different dates. So let's go to Monaco. Let's see if there's any tickets left on the Monaco. This is what I spend my days doing when I'm not on stage, is I try and figure out how many tickets are left. Yeah, there's loads of tickets left. There's at least 20 tickets there out of the 400 or something. So you're all right. You cometh to the showeth in Monaco. Waiting for you in Morocco. Sana. Ben Salah, you're the only one coming to the show in Morocco. Please tell everyone around you. I'm hoping we don't have to cancel the shows. I am doing 2 shows, one in Casablanca, one in Rabat. The problem is, the show's in English, isn't it? So why am I going to Morocco? It's a great fucking question. Why am I doing anywhere that's French speaking? To be honest with you. Did I teach my daughter British slang yet? Yeah. What's I'm trying to think of. I mean, you know, I try and not swear in front of my daughter, but it sometimes happens, and she knows it now. But what I'm trying to think of, what a phrase that she would say. Slang. What slang do I teach my daughter? I don't really hear her speak English because she doesn't speak English to me. She only really speaks it to my mum when my mum comes to visit, or when I go and see my mum, like in 2 weeks' time. I'm trying to think of listen, the only slang that she's picked up, it's not even slang, it's just me imitating stuff and being stupid, making different voices. She's good at doing Borat because I walk around the house saying Borat stuff. My wife, wah wah wee wah. And so she can do the wah wah wee wah. She can, King of the Castle. For those of you who come to see my show, you get the reference, King of the Castle, wah wah wee wah. So yeah, that's it. I can't, my mind's gone blank. How many French prime ministers until the end of the year? I know, it's almost like they're trying to compete with the UK with the amount of prime ministers that are quitting, jumping on, quitting, getting rehired. Oh, Jesus. Did you get your Orval in Brussels? So you clearly came to the show in Brussels where on stage they provided me with a Heineken. No, it wasn't a Heineken, was it? It was a Stella Artois. And the local promoter, who was from not French-speaking Belgium, he was from the Flemish part, he was like, no, I think Stella, because in the UK, Stella has a bad reputation, right? And I feel like in Belgium too. So I went out on stage with my Stella, and I said, I've got a Stella. The 1,600 people were like, boo! And then they said to me, and I was like, well, all right, well, what beer should I get then? And they were like, Orval, Orval. And for the entire of the show, I was trying to get somebody to get me a fucking Orval on stage. It didn't happen, but we went to the bar afterwards with the team there, and I did manage to get an Orval as a nightcap for my show in Brussels. So thanks for asking, mate. Thanks for coming to the show as well. Have you ever went to Monaco? Sky, let me correct your English there. Have you ever been to Monaco? Don't ask me why we say been instead of went, because went is in the past tense, whereas been is also in the past tense. So why do we say be rather than go? I don't know. But yes, I have been to Monaco twice, I think. I did my show a couple of years ago there. At the same theatre that I'm doing the show this year. And I went there the same year to do the promo on stage of the show because they were presenting their like yearly shows or whatever. And my dream is to to go and watch the Formula One in Monaco. If somebody can hook me up with something in Monaco, whether I get to crash on somebody's yacht in Monaco to watch the Grand Prix, or I get like invited into the paddock, something like that, I will do anything. I will talk about Paris baguette, or I will sell anything. I'll just be like, yeah, this is the best product in the world. What else have we got? Any shows in Germany? I did a show in Berlin a couple of weeks ago. You missed me. You missed me. Paris in 2026. I love your show. I am doing the show at l'Olympia, the Olympia in Paris in fucking March. The 1st of March, 2026. How old is my daughter? She is 6. Sorry, I didn't clarify that, did I? Does Louise still watch English language cartoons? Yes, she does. We just were watching Frozen together before I came out. Before I put it, we went. You wouldn't think this is a non-alcoholic gin and tonic, but it is. Before we had dinner, and then she went to bed. So, yeah. What else have we got? My kids only speak English to me, so je comprends ta frustration. Cecilia, clearly, with a name like Cecilia Norton, you must be French, but living in England, married to an English person. Am I right? Norton sounds pretty English. Or American. Do you know what I mean? Tom Mortisher. There have been more prime ministers in the last year than I've had girlfriends in my entire life. Pow! Same for me, to be honest with you. I'm good at doing the long-term relationships. I've had 2 proper girlfriends, and that's it. That was sufficient for me. You know. I don't know why I've now gone to Arabic. Hello, daughter. How are you? That's how I'm trying to get my daughter. Speaking of her, one day, hopefully, she will learn Spanish. I was fortunate enough to learn Spanish, and I'm trying to get her to roll her R's, going rrr, rrr. She can't do it. She rolls her throat like a French person. You know, going rrr, rrr, getting the little, whatever that's called in the back there, vibrating. I'm like, no, put the tongue, rrr, rrr. So the phrase I say to her is, daughter, I love you, daughter, daughter. And she can't do it. She just says, dotel, doteruel, dotrel. So I'm trying to get her to do the R's. Right, what else have we got going on? Let me have a look. Oh, Kristen Kim, the English teacher's in here. I went is the simple past, and I have been is the present perfect, but it's a past tense. Yeah, but have you been to Monaco? I have been to Monaco. I went to Monaco last year. Have you went to Monaco? Oh yeah, you can't have the auxiliary verb. I don't know what I'm talking about. I should fucking teach people English and just call it bollocks English, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know how to speak it. I can't tell you why it's have you ever been or have you ever went to Monaco is incorrect, but it's incorrect because of the auxiliary verb to be. I don't fucking know. Oh, great question, Luke. Who's going to be Formula One champ? I want it to be Oscar Piastri. Oh, I so want it to be. Just because, I don't know why, actually, to be honest with you, because he took the place of everyone's favourite Australian driver, Daniel Ricciardo. But I don't know. I don't know. There's just a vibe about him that I enjoy more than Norris, but I like them both. But it could be Max Verstappen as well. That would be funny if it was. Anyway, Andrew Miskin, come back to Brussels, please. You filled the place at Cirque Royal. I know, the biggest show, as I told you, on that night of the entire tour. There is no other show that is bigger than that. Outside of maybe l'Olympia in Paris. And maybe Strasbourg if it's full. And I think that's it. It was 1,600 of you in Brussels. And the Olympia in Paris holds 2,200, I think. So, yeah, that you guys were unbelievable. It was too much. It was too much of a big show. It didn't really register. It was difficult for me to really enjoy the show while I was on stage because I didn't understand what was happening. It was too much. Get in touch with the marketing teams of McLaren or Alpine. Listen, if I knew somebody that worked at the marketing team at McLaren or Alpine, I'd be in there. Alpine would be a good fit because, you know, it's French and English because they're based in the UK, but Alpine is a French company owned by Renault. So yeah, if you know somebody, send me a DM with their message, with their email. I want in. I see all these other fucking influencers getting invited to Formula One and they don't care. They don't care. They're just there to take fucking photos and stuff. And I'm like, you can tell just by how they talk. There's a guy who was doing, what do you call it? The mic, when he holds the mic up to people. What do you call that when you do interviews? Walking interviews? That's not what you call them. Hot mics? I don't know what you call it when you're like interviewing people. And like he was interviewing these bunch of influencers at a Formula One event and none of them knew. He was like, who do you think's going to win? Piastri or Norris? And they're like, So, do you know what I mean? I need to get it. I could also just pay 10,000 euros for a ticket. But you know, I feel like I would like to meet some of the people that work there because I'm obsessed. It's my new hobby, that and running. What else have we got going? Okay, I'm catching up. The next Australian tour, Tommy Keevil. I don't know when my next anything tour is, to be honest with you. I don't know. My next tour is going to be running marathons next year, in theory. And so I don't think I'm touring for a long time. I think I'm going to just stick to Paris and London until like 2028, which I know sounds like a long time away, but because it fucking is, Paul. It's 3 years. But I think I've done enough damage to the planet for the last couple of years traveling around. I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna stick to Paris and London, unless, of course, some other opportunities come my way. Because so far, the tours that I've done all across the world for the past, 8 years, I've wanted to do them. So I've told the producers and the promoters, yo, get me some fucking dates. And they have been very good in doing that. But I don't know if it was the right thing for my career. Because I feel like if I wanted to do an English show and make a difference in the English-speaking world of doing comedy, I need to be present in one place. I can't just keep moving because then no one has time to catch on to me and be like, oh, you could do a thing that might be cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to stay put for the next couple of years. We'll see though. What else have we got? Hi, Paul. Guillaume of Luxembourg wants you back in the country. He's depressed, having missed the show. My show in Luxembourg was the day of the coronation of, I don't know if you say it coronation, the ascension to the throne of Guillaume, the Grand Duke or the Grand Duchy. I don't know how you say it. What else have we got? What else? I learn and practice my French watching your shows and videos. Thanks, bro. You're very welcome, Jen. I'm glad it helps to learn the language. Here's someone on Facebook. Here we go. Steve Latchford. How much British-style food do you eat and how often? It's a great question. None and never. No, it's not true. British-style food. I tell you what my daughter's gotten into recently. Crumpets. Crumpets with butter and jam. Butter. Salted butter. For breakfast, French people, if you don't know what crumpets are, they are amazing. I know, French people, you've got fucking bread and you love bread, but these, my friends, are crumpets, okay? Crumpets, you put a bit of butter and a bit of jam on there. Now, that butter isn't melted. That looks disgusting. But you got to, it's just for the, it's just, you got to melt the butter, and it goes in the little tiny little holes there, and then you put the jam on top, and then it's just oozing with disgusting amazingness. It's just unreal. So my daughter's on that for breakfast. So I'm obviously, I saw them in the local supermarket, right? We live in the east of Paris, where you're more likely to find a halal butchery than you are an English crumpet. But there's English crumpets at my local supermarket. So I was like, come on. So I wanted my daughter to try them. So I do that. What else do we have that's English? Fish and chips. My daughter, again, has fish and chips quite often. But not me. English style food, there isn't really that many. It's just meat and vegetables, right? So not that often. I do miss an English breakfast now and again, but you can't get English sausages over here. Or maybe you can, I don't know. But they closed them, Brexit and all that stuff. You're all saying micro-trottoir for the microphone thing, right? The microphone thing, a pavement mic. I'm trying to figure out what it was in English. Anyway, where are we? What's my favourite city to perform? Oh, it's a difficult question, Cecilia Norton. It depends on the years and it depends on the shows. This year, Vienna has been up the top. Brussels was up there. Sydney was up there. Hong Kong was up there. Bristol in the UK was up there. Luxembourg was up there. There's too many this year. Raquel Regal's in the house, 2022. Oh, it's already 27 minutes past. Oh, we've only got a few minutes left. I do this for half an hour every week, ladies and gentlemen, at Monday Night Live. Just so you know, if you didn't know, now you know. For 30 minutes every week, I do this. And then there's an after party after this on Patreon, where my legends of Patreon, like Raquel Regal, get to hang out with me for another half an hour, and we talk shit, but even more shit than I talk in front of the main audience, if that makes sense. So if you want to be part of the after party, you can buy me a beer online, and it helps contribute to me making videos for free, and then you get to hang out for a bit longer. So that's on Patreon. But before we go, terrible translations. Every week, I ask you to send me translations that you see out and about to my email address, which is translations@paultaylorcomedy.com, with your funniest translations. And then I go through them. I go through them with you. I can't speak fucking English. Why don't I put myself on terrible translations? So let's have a look what came through. There wasn't a lot this week. There was only 4, and 3 of them were mine. So this one is from Electronotch, which says, "Hi Paul, this is at Tides Leisure Centre in Deal, Kent. Deal, Kent is very close to where I'm from. It's where one of my best friends is from. French people, if you need to know where Deal, Kent is, it is a shithole in the south of the country. Let's zoom out a little bit. It's close to France. It's close to Calais, which is why it's a shithole. Let me bring it up on the map. There you go. There's Calais. And there's Dover, where you get off the boat. Folkestone, where you get off the old Eurotunnel. And then Deal is over here. I say it's a shithole. It's not that bad. But anyway, this is from a leisure centre, which is basically a swimming pool with a slide in it. 2 of these welcomes are wrong. Trust the unilingual country to mess this up. Okay, so the sign says welcome in English. It says bienvenue in French. And then it says welcome in German. And then it says bienvenuto in Italian. So the German and the Italian are clearly wrong. The French is good, which is normal because France is... you can throw a rock from Calais to Dover, but the German is horrific. Willkommen. and bienvenuto, which of course should be benvenuto, right? Benvenuti? See, that's where my Italian lacks. I don't know anything more about Italian. It's either benvenuto or benvenuti. Benvenuti is a lot of you welcome. Benvenuto is you masculine welcome. Benvenuta is you feminine welcome. I don't know. So that's a great one, of course. Bad translations in England as well. This next one is from Gary. Gary says, hey, dickhead. Here's one I found in Brittany last summer. And here's the the photo that's come up. In French, it says plage non surveillée. And in English, they've translated that to no watch beach. No watch beach. Wah, wah, wee, wah. No watch beach. Plage non surveillée. I don't even know how you would say that in English. A beach not supervised. An unsupervised beach is what you would say. Unsupervised beach. So that's good. Weirdly enough, they didn't want to translate the no horses and no dogs. Well, no horses, no dogs, no beaches. No watch beach. Wah, wah, wee, wah. That's very good. I like that one. By the way, happy to see you back on Mondays. I'm happy to see you, Gary. Thanks for translating. Aiden's always a contributor to this. Right, let's have a look. Hey, Paul, this is the second and final selected photos of bad signs I saw on holiday near Dax. Keep up with the good work. Looking forward to seeing you live on Valentine's Day with my dad in Bordeaux. That would be, right? Let's have a look at this one then. Right, switch it over. Laverie, laundry. Should be laundry room, surely. Yeah, une laverie, laundry room. But I'm okay with that, Aiden. I'm happy with that as a translation. Laverie, laundry, that works. What's the next one? Attention, chaussée cyclable glissante. Caution, slippery cycling shoe. No. Precaución. Acera de ciclismo resbaladizo. Resbaladizo, sorry. Chaussée, okay, so chaussée, you might say, I don't know in which way chaussée is, chaussure is shoe, but chaussée is like, well, chaussée means like the side of the road or something, doesn't it? Une chaussée, like chaussée d'antin. And now I've said the word too many times, I don't know what it means. It's not a cycling shoe. Attention, chaussée cyclable glissante, you would say, you'd say cycle path, slippery cycle path. Caution, slippery cycle path. And then it said, hold on, I missed the second one. Merci de circuler sur la bande rouge. Please travel on the red band. Por favor, viaja en la banda roja. Okay, so it should be viaje en la banda roja, because it's a subjunctive. But please travel on the red band. What would we say in sur la bande rouge, on the red line is what you would say probably. And that was for that one. Right, there's a McDonald's sign here. Here we go. Hashtag not sponsored. Nos toilettes sont nettoyées régulièrement pour votre confort en cas de problème. Merci d'avertir un membre du personnel. Our restrooms are cleaned frequently for your hygiene. For your hygiene. Is that how you spell hygiene? And your convenience. Please inform a member of our team in case of problems. Is that how you spell hygiene? Hold on. For your hygiene. Pour votre confort. Oh, because it's for your comfort. Our restroom, because in French it says our toilets are frequently cleaned, regularly cleaned for your comfort. In case of a problem, please contact a member of our team. Please inform a member of our team. Hygiene. I mean, I don't know if that's how you spell hygiene, but as you said, Aiden, it does sound very weird. Very good. I like that one. Right. And I have one of my own, ladies and gentlemen. I need you to look at this couple and tell me. This is one I found myself. This couple look very happy. Bit of tapas, bit of sangria. Why are they so happy? Because they're tasting that first beat. which in French means that first dick. But obviously, in English, that first bite. It makes sense. Where did I spot this? On EasyJet. Yeah, man. On the way to Nice. It's never not funny, the English word bite, meaning beat, we mean dick in French. It's never not going to be funny for me, all right? Right, there's one more that came in during the show from Sean, who sent it from his iPhone. Oh, God. Right, let's have a look at this. Fabric and air freshener, Seizuika. It is a deodorant spray of an effective professional specification to the anxious smell. What is that? Oh, I wish it had the original language. It's probably because looking through the bottle there, we can see a bit of Asian characters. I don't know if that's Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. Seizuika. It is a deodorant spray of an effective professional specification to the anxious smell. Oh, I wish I knew what the what the original translation was. Did you tell me what the original translation was? In the rest of your message. Hold on, let me go through. Oh, come on. It's really weirdly zoomed in, so I can't see. Oh, I took this in a hotel in Tokyo, you've said. Oh, so it's Japanese. Okay. Fuck me. Oh, Jesus. These are great. Keep them coming for next week. Translations at paultaylorcomedy.com. I will keep them coming every time I travel to a new place and I spot something. Although this is my last week of traveling. For a while, I'm doing Monaco this weekend, and then I have like 4 weeks where I don't have shows. I mean, I'm going to the UK to visit my mum, so I guess that's traveling. And I feel like I'm traveling somewhere else as well, but maybe I'm not. I can't remember. So yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for contributing to the Monday Night Live. I love this. Patreon, I'll see you for the after party in a couple of minutes. Patreon.com/Paul Taylor. You can buy me a virtual beer. Oh, Dimitri's in the house. Speaking of the Greeks, why was I talking about you earlier on? I was talking about something about you, mate. About Deal, Kent. We just had a thing from Deal, a bad translation from your leisure centre, which is shit. So anyway, yeah, mate, come down and see me in Canterbury. All right, Patreon, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. And the rest of you, I'll see you next Monday for another episode of Monday Night Live. I love you there. Leave you. Bisous, bye.